All right, Twin Flames. I can't postpone this video any longer, I guess. The thing is, not just being busy with the 3D world. That's not the question why I haven't posted video in a while, but there's so much I could share what's going on my journey like I have done so far. And I can't say that I was discouraged by the person that is my soulmate, the girl that I know for as long as I know my old organic twin flame. Basically, I met her about a month before I met my twin flame, uh, and recognized him, which was back in 2011. And I finally met her in person because she lives in this country where I came for twin flame reunion with the twin flame embodiment, Asim. And I finally met her in physical in 3D. And just like she said, it's amazing how it felt like the whole time we talked over the years on Facebook and whatnot, and email before that, and all kinds of social media, that nothing was different when we met in physical. Everything was just the connection between us was so real all this time. So it was an illusion that we have that connection. And same thing was with Asim when I met him, because we were always communicating as a long distance relationship. We never met, and then we met in person, and our energies were even stronger than talking over the phone or messenger. So like I was saying, it's not that she discouraged me from my journey, or from my video, because nobody can do that. I don't think so. But she posted questions to me, judgmental, yes, and I don't really care. I couldn't care less about anyone's judgment, because there's only one judge in my case, in my opinion, and in my faith. But it's not about her judgment, whether she judges me or not. But the puzzling expression on her face made me think how many of you are questioning my journey, or maybe questioning the multitudes of channelers. So I want to dedicate this video to explain a few things about this journey, not for my own sake, but for your sake, for your journeys, because that's the reason why I'm making these videos, is for all of us collectively, for me to help someone. I'm not one of those. I could be a reader. I am intuitive enough, and I have psychic abilities that I could read for other people, but there's so many great readers out there. There's no need for just one more. My idea of these videos is to tell you how is my journey progressing, so that you can compare the notes. I keep telling you that. That's how I want you to learn about, because we all learn from experience, and we all learn from examples. Um, Everything in this life we learn from examples, because we since we are born, someone teaches us how to walk, someone teaches us how to talk. If your mother is, they say mother tongue, or mother language, or native language, but it makes you think, if you are adopted or you are sent to another country to be raised by people in that country, then you will speak a different language than the language of your mother. So everything we learn in this life, we are taught, and we learn by example. So I know how many times it can be so hard out there, and you feel like you're losing your mind, and what's going on, what's happening. So I'm here to tell you what's happening on my end, so you can compare, and thus know that you're not crazy, that there's such things. I mean, this journey, this twin flame thing is phenomenal. There's so many things that you discover about yourself, about God, about everyone. And so I'm gonna go straight to the point. Why so many channelers? Well, I don't know why I have so many channelers, but I gotta tell you something. When this girl visited me, the soulmate, one moment. I just had epiphany. I was getting dressed and she was in the hallway talking to me, looking through some stuff I have there, like perfumes and stuff. And I just told her, I said, when I put these five channelers, like their attributes and everything together, they create a perfect man, a complete perfect twin flame. Now I'm not I wasn't with any of them because of that idea. I didn't have that idea in my head to just like, okay, this guy is good at that, this guy's good. No, but it just I just realized after the experiences that if I did put them together, they would create one perfect man. And the reason being is it's my twin in the 5D form. My twin flames soul, his essential higher self, wants me to experience the complete to experience the complete experience, you know, the everything that he can offer to me which he cannot offer in the 3D himself. He's not yet ready. And another thing that I want to explain to those who are bothered by idea that someone else could be their twin flame, or that they don't even want to accept that someone is channeling their twin, or that their twin can be embodied into someone else. The reason I understand, because I went through that phase when I watched someone else out there, and she was reunited with the channeler, and he was right there in the video with her, and she was talking about her organic twin, and I was like, no way. How can this guy? How can you have reunion with that guy in the video, and he knows about your twin flame and everything, and you're claiming that that's the reunion, that's the merge, that's, you know, I couldn't grasp it. I wasn't there yet. I couldn't grasp it. What's going on? I mean, maybe she just got. I was thinking maybe she just got tired of waiting for her twin. Got tired of his running and everything, and so she just settled. I thought she just settled for someone else. Now I understand much better from the experience, because I just let the universe do their thing. And one of the readers, she just said the other day, and I have to repeat her what she said, which is amazing, gave me goosebumps. Why don't we trust God? Why don't we trust the universe? Like she said, we trust the taxi driver. And when she said that, I just experienced the day before, I was on the vacation again on the coast, and my cousin, he's under lots of stress, and he has a lot of issues going on through awakening himself, and he is with his twin flame, but he's going through a lot of purging right now, and he was driving under the influence of stress, not under the influence of alcohol, if you know what I mean. And he's driving a little bit recklessly, and I didn't feel comfortable in his car. But then I thought to myself, you know, God is here to protect me. And by the time he dropped me off at the bus station, I wasn't so scared in his car anymore, because I was like, okay, I trust the universe that even though he's driving like crazy, lunatic, we're gonna get there safely. And so many times we drive in. I was riding in the buses a lot this last couple of weeks and this month, and I'm usually not comfortable in the transportation like buses and stuff, but I got used to it now, and I can sleep in the bus now. I can relax totally. I can listen to inflame videos on my phone. I don't think about, you know, those curves on the road. This is Europe, and there's a lot of curves on the road. It's very curvy country, you know. And I used to be scared when I got here. I'm okay now. So like she said, if you trust a driver of the bus, or a taxi driver, and you know, or a pilot in the airplane, which is another experience I had. I used to be afraid of airplanes and flying. I just didn't feel like, oh my God, you know, we're gonna crash. And all this whole trip to come here and to reunite with my twin flame embodiment made me, you know, relaxed about it now. So, like she said, if you trust a pilot, he's a complete stranger to you. You don't know this person. The bus driver is a complete stranger. or a taxi driver, and you put your life into their hands and you're not scared, then why you don't put your trust into universe and God and know that they know, God knows, angels know what's going on. So just relax a little bit. Like I like that quote that is online somewhere that says, relax, nothing is under control. Meaning is nothing is under your control, really. You have to go with the flow. So every time universe brought me a twin flame channeler, I accepted it, and every one of them had brought a different aspect of my twin flame. And actually, in 3D, my mom just actually checked on my twin last week. She went to the store. Remember, I told you he's doing some shady business and stuff that I didn't like. And he left that business. He is out of there. The guy who's a new manager told her that he's not in touch with him. They had a fight. He's not there anymore. And nobody knows where he is. So he's probably still in 3D, taking care of things, taking care of himself, going through some stuff. He's not ready for a reunion. So I'm not saying that someday, somehow, I will end up with my organic twin flame, but I cannot put the journey and the mission of the twin flames to a halt, to hold, just because he's not ready in a 3D, because he's so ready in 5D. Okay, he's so ready in 5D. And these channelers are not for nothing. The way they give me information that just flows out of them is super amazing. Like everything from the desire that my twin flame has, um, from his everything that I always heard him in telepathically, his messages, it's amazing. Was I sure 100% that it was him? No, because you can never know with telepathy. You always have that like 10%, even if you're super telepathic and you have a good experience and you have had a lot of clarification and confirmations about that ability that you have, you still doubt a little bit and you still have that 10% of maybe it's just my imagination, maybe it's just my wishful thinking, or maybe it's somewhere in my head that that's something he would want. But when the channeler comes out and he does that exactly and tells you that exactly, like with the exact words, or does something with you or to you that you had like a dream with your twin flame that he wanted to do that, coming from 5D, like those telepathic dreams and astral projections that he had, then you just know it's 100% confirmation. It's something that before I never experienced with karmic partners or things like that. And it's amazing how they continue, like on, I don't know how to explain this, they continue each other's, if one channeler is I'm over with, if their part, if their role is played out, they no longer channeling and the relationship is no longer in existence, the next one comes in and he continues exactly where the first one had, and it's not being influenced by me by any ways. It's not something I'm suggesting to them, to the next person. It's like, just if I had an issue with the first person, the second person is resolving that issue. When the something gets stuck with that person, the next one will clarify that or fix it or purge it's amazing. So I cannot just put a stop and say, no, I don't want to receive the messages. If I did that, I'd put a stop to God himself or herself, to the universe, to the power of divine and the source. Because the source is sending this love, is sending this love and this passion into these channelers, from and through my 5D twin flame. So I cannot just say, well, I don't want to have another boyfriend. I don't want to have another relationship. I'm tired. I am tired, actually. As a matter of fact, it's overwhelming. It can be overwhelming at times to have, one person go away and then another one come in. But I have to say something about moral issue in all this that also may be bothering some people. I haven't cheated on anyone, even though things get complicated at moments, I still haven't cheated and I don't intend to cheat on anyone in 3D. Uh, and that's another miraculous part of this because with, let's say, 5 channelers at this past 3 months, uh, there were times when it was tight and things got a little bit mixed up, but always something happens so that the first relationship is broken and then the next one continues, or that one is put to hold, or we're on a break and then the other one, the first one comes back into a picture. So it was never any cheating going on, anything behind anybody's back. And most of them know where I am on my journey. They know my story. They know what's going on with me. I'm not hiding. Um, the guy who went to Germany, my middle school sweetheart, the whole time I tell him what's going on. He knew about Mirza, he knew about Miriam. Miriam knows about Mirza. Mirza was informed about Miriam, and so on and so on. Like I spoke with Laris another day, and I told him about them. Oh, and I have to show you something about Laris at the end of this video. So it's not about Laris, it's just about, you guys remember how I showed you the names, that they all start with A and the meanings of the names and everything. So I'm gonna show you something about Laris's name because it made me think. I know he's channeler. Everything points out to the channeling. He was channeling a lot. That's the one with the aqua energy, with the water energy. Um, but I was a little bit confused about his name because it didn't start with an A and it doesn't have really meaning, anything. Laris means something. I'm not sure. I think it's Latin, but it doesn't have that strong meaning like the other names, especially in Arabic. But it made me think, what's up? How come his name doesn't fit the profile of other names? And then it was amazing discovery that I found. So I'm gonna leave that for the end of the video. I just wanted to say about the guy who went to Germany. He just came back for a vacation here for Eid. By the way, I wish you happy Eid for all of you who celebrated. And it's amazing. Like, I promise not to put anything in this video about the happenings right now, but I'm just gonna mention him. When he came over to my house another day, we spoke, and how frustrated he is with his karmic, with his marriage, with everything. He's just, I mean, the way he describes to me how open he is about it helps me so much to understand Asim and why he's not able to leave his karmic. How much animosities between your twin flame and their karmic, you have no idea. They just don't want to talk about it. So I am very blessed and very fortunate because I do let the flow come in and the channeling come in, and I allow these people to come into my life. So he opened up completely, and he came by walking, and I know he has a car, and I said, why did you walk to my house? He said, I gave her a car, I gave her everything just to go away. She's going to visit her parents in another city. I told her I don't want to go with you. I'm sick and tired of being in a marriage without love, without passion, without sex, without anything, and you're in just for money. And he said her parents love him. He said they may love me, even, God forgive me, but maybe even more than they love her. But so her parents are gonna know something's wrong, but I just can't. I just can't spend another minute with her. The way she treats the kids, he said, I can't leave her though because I'm afraid. Another day she hit one of our boys just for leaving the socks on the floor, and I'm sick and tired of her behavior and her aggressiveness and the way she treats me, the way she treats the kids. So this masculine, he has awakened to the karmic to see with his full eyes what's going on, but he's still hanging on to a marriage. He's like, I can't be with her anymore, but I don't know how can I just divorce right now. So he's open about to talk about it. I gave him some advice about it, but completely and honestly, I could see Asim and not Asim, but all of your twin flames out there who are dealing with karmics, how much struggle they go through, even when they become aware that this karmic relationship is a bull. They still have to make a final push and get out of it, you know. And so yeah, I'm learning so much, and that's just one example. There's been a lot of things with the channelers lately, and I have some great surprise for you that I'm gonna leave for a next video. I just wanted to clarify some things with you. And so this multiple channeling that comes to me is basically most similar to what the readers talk about out there. There's a lot of intuitive readers out there who say that your twin flame masculines come to them in visions, in dreams, in audio clear. What's the word, like when they hear them, when they hear their thoughts, and they say that they get a lot of masculines trying to communicate with you through them. So that's the channeling through the reader, but it's metaphysical. I mean, I'm sorry, it's just psychic. It's just telepathic messages. In my case, it's metaphysical. They come in, they bring the message, but also in physical form. They express desire for me. They want to be with me. They want to have relationship with me, and I can't refuse because that's the relationship with my twin flame. And so whoever cannot resonate with that right now, I hope you will come to my video in 3 months, in 4 months, in 6 months. Even if you don't come back and you're listening now and you don't agree with me, you will remember this video. I honestly tell you, I guarantee you're gonna remember my video in a couple of months and then say, oh my God, the thing that she was talking about that I couldn't get and I couldn't understand and I was morally, against or whatever. Oh, now I get it. So only if you open your eyes and watch around and look around and see who is channeling your twin and why and what they're trying to tell you. So now when I bragged enough about my journey, and I hope you understand a few things, I want to show you something interesting about the recent channeler on the sea vacation. And this is the name of my organic twin, my one and only first and last twin flame. Okay, that's his name. If you guys watch me for a long time, you know that already. Okay, so let me show you something here. If I put an I here and say I, Arslan, or I am Arslan, like a message that he's channeling through him. And then I just randomly pick the letters from here. And let's go like put this, let's take this letter out and put L. And then we'll take this one and put it here. Okay. And then we'll take this one and put it here. And take this one. Okay. And then take this one and put it here. I have the name of my latest channeler. So his name doesn't start with an A, but if you take the letters from the name of my twin flame, except an N, but you can think about N, I'll figure it out. I know it means something. It could be an, and, or like, how they say like, and there's more, but anyways, it's just one letter. Still, you mix it, and these are pretty complicated names, so that's not easy to accomplish. Like, I can't make these things up, right? So that's the name of the latest channeler, and more coming up in the next video, because there's so much more. This was just one to reintroduce you to the idea of someone channeling your twin, or being even embodied into your I mean, having your twin embodied into them. So I'll keep you posted. I'm hoping to have time in a couple of days from now to make another video, and I'll report from amazing event on the 17th. So watch out for my next video. Please watch, like, subscribe, and share. I love you guys, and stay put, stay well, and stay healthy, and stay joyful. Love you guys.